नमस्ते। मैं डॉक्टर शालिन दुबे, कंसल्टेंट लैप्रोस्कोपिक एंड जनरल सर्जन at Apollo Hospital, Navi, Mumbai. I'm going to talk today about a very common problem, I'm sure with which almost every other person has suffered in his or her lifetime. Friends, let us know a little in simple words about what is piles. Piles is nothing but our dilated veins in our anal canal cavity, which presents either in terms of swelling while we go out for defecation or in terms of bleeding, which is usually again associated with defecation and is almost always drops or spurt of fresh blood. I have seen so many times that people who get bleeding while defecating or otherwise tend to confuse piles with other problems and tend to ignore their symptoms and come for diagnosis very late, leading to late treatment and unwanted outcomes. My request to all my viewers is that whenever you get any episode of bleeding or a swelling which you feel, please see your expert at the earliest for proper diagnosis and proper treatment. Now, there is a very common thing which we all try, and we try home remedies. So, let us talk, are there any home remedies or is there any way by which we can treat piles? Dear friends, piles has got different grades, grade 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you have your diagnosis at earlier stage, yes, you can treat this problem by home remedies or rather by alteration of lifestyle. You know, the commonest reason for piles is straining during defecation or constipation. So if you do basic things in the right way, you might entirely avoid the problem or you might end up curing the early stage of piles problem and remaining symptom free. Drink lots of water if otherwise you are not advised against it. Have plenty of fiber which is usually available in plenty in green leafy vegetables. Maintain a balance between outside food, junk food and homemade healthy food. Try to keep the oil and other oily substances at minimum and try to regularly exercise. Believe me, these 4 simple things are not as simple to follow as it appears. It is rather difficult to live a disciplined life. So, but if you maintain these 4 things, again I am repeating, plenty of water, regular exercise, green leafy vegetables, which translates into high fiber diet and less of oily substances, you can take care of your piles entirely. There is nothing like in market, there are lots of over-the-counter medication which are semantics with the word piles. Believe me, none of that works very well. Once you develop a piles and bleeding, you end up spending your time and money on useless things. Rather, focus on lifestyle, focus on diet, and if you are otherwise doing all these things good, you might not need any surgery. In case you have got piles which is grade 3 or which is continuously bleeding despite these 4 simple steps, nowadays if you meet an expert and get a laser treatment done, your recovery is very fast. It is not like the olden days where we used to cut the area and the recovery was very painful and very slow process. Nowadays with laser, it is quick in and quick out. But again, one very important thing in that, it has to be done by the expert in the domain. Not that everybody has got laser and everybody claims that, okay, the pile can be cured by laser. Believe me, diseases are not cured by the instrument, but the person who is handling it. So an expert with a laser treatment Your piles need not require any cut, any prolonged hospitalization, or any painful recovery. With the laser treatment for piles, you can quickly come in and quickly go out of the hospital, provided you have seen your doctor at a early stage or at a right time. So dear friends, if you be good with your food, if you take good amount of water, avoid constipation either by taking any good laxatives on the advice of your doctor or just altering your diet, you might not need a doctor at all. If at all you need, make sure you go to an expert who can do a good laser treatment for you. Thank you.